Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Burke Stadium. Tonight, we have 2022 homecoming. It's the Omaha Central Eagles taking on the 5th-ranked Junior Jays of Creighton Prep. In the booth here, Mike Knockenhauer alongside me is Alex Taizon.
Yeah.
Alex, we got a great matchup tonight for homecoming.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome night. I agree. As both teams, both looking for a win, as also just a great night. Beautiful weather and homecoming weekend, of course, for the Junior Jays. It's just, we're going to have a great night of football there, Mike.
Absolutely, we are. As first off, we'll take a look at the top 10. After last week, not too much has changed except at the bottom. Millard North with that loss to Lincoln Southeast knocks them out, moves Grand Island up to 8, Millard South up to 9, and Lincoln Southeast makes an appearance in the top 10 for the first time since the preseason.
Yep, I agree. They scored 56 points on Millard North, but obviously you see Prep in the middle right in the middle at 5. But the game I'm looking forward to the most, besides this game, obviously, number 2 Gretna and number 7 Bellevue West. It's going to be a wonderful game. As we'll keep you updated, obviously, through our broadcast.
Of course, with Danny Kalin and Zane Flores, 2 of the top quarterbacks in the state. We'll take a look now at the powerhouse of the Prep offense in Marty Brown. 6 games this year, 125 carries for we'll step aside and be back for welcome you back. As we were talking before the anthem, we'll look at Marty Brown, one of the biggest part of this Prep offense so far. 861 rush yards, 139 away from 1,000, which seems very, very reachable if you're him, averaging 143.5 a game.
Yeah.
6.9 yards per rush, and 12 of the total 19 rushing touchdowns from the Creighton Prep offense.
Yeah, this is obviously a run-heavy team, especially with Marty Brown, arguably one of the best running backs in the state of Nebraska. And as you said, 139 rushing yards away from 1,000 yards rushing. That's going to be back-to-back seasons for him with 1,000 yards rushing. We're going to have to check the school record book the last time that's happened. That's got to be a little bit of a little while back, I think.
As we'll look to what Prep has done thus far, as you see, three of their first 4 games were against the top 3 teams in the state, all with a combined. They all lost those by a combined 17 points. As you see the point differential, they're 3-3, but still with plus 65 for their point differential.
Yeah, a lot of people may have been questioning Prep already up at 5, but you got to realize that they're 3-3, or they are 3-3. But all of their losses, as you said, against great teams, and it's even you're correct, Mike. Just this point differential is obviously on the plus side, and the Prep's just looking to control their own destiny.
Absolutely, with those top 3 losses, all by 1 possession. As now we'll look to the other side on Central, as we have Taizon Johnson, the running back, the junior running back, having a great season thus far. 298 rush yards through 5 games, 3 touchdowns. One of the biggest parts of their offense.
arguably one of the best players on their offense. But keep in mind, as much as he is a really skilled player, keep in mind that all those 3 touchdowns have been played when they played Omaha Northwest back in week 1. Of course, they beat them 47-0, but it's just, it's just ever since they've kind of been on the downhill trend, hopefully to put a spike in the chart.
Absolutely. We'll look at, as you said, that 47-0 loss. We'll take a look at Central's season thus far. As you said, that 47-0 week 1 win against Omaha Northwest, but since then they've been outscored 188-14. Granted, though, that's a lot of very good teams, as you see right there.
Big time. Gretna, Elkhorn South, and North, all 3 of them really good teams, but they're just haven't been the way it has been. And, of course, they're coming in with another skilled team of the Junior Jays. It's just going to be – they're just going to have to focus and think of the – just anything that will have them at any way an upset, because they do have those weapons. They just got to use them enough to get to put another one on the board.
Creighton Prep will be their 4th team played this year that are currently ranked in the top 5. As we see Central coming out right now.
Yeah, it's
the 1-4 Central Eagles getting ready to take the field.
Yeah, another thing that you got to notice, obviously, those 3 rushing touchdowns by Taizon Johnson. Granted, you have to realize that the Central Eagles haven't scored a passing touchdown. They're going to most likely start their freshman quarterback, B.J. Newsome. We're just going to have to see what they can do, because, like I said, they haven't thrown one up a touchdown through the year yet. And so for me, in order to win these games, you're going to have to start throwing the ball into the end zone. And don't get me wrong, Prep doesn't have that many touchdowns either. It's just we're just going to see what they can do here. It's been an interesting season for Central.
It has, as you were saying, both of these teams definitely obviously run heavy. Prep with 16 rushing touchdowns and only 2 passing touchdowns. One of those from none other than Marty Brown, though.
Yeah.
Michael Burt, the other one, that was last week against Burke.
That was not only that was that one passing touchdown that Dean Donaldson threw. That was his first touchdown as a Junior J. And, of course, that was Michael Burt's first touchdown from the tight end position, as some of the other guys are about ready to make the field here.
You see the Junior Jays black on white for the 2nd homecoming game in a row. Last year they did it against North Platte.
Yep. And neon theme for the birdcage. It's been a fun week, that's for sure, over at Prep, as we're going to have some fun football, I should say.
There's not really much more to say other than get ready to have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, as I said in pregame, Prep controlling their own destiny, and they're 3-3, looking to rebound, especially after their 1-3 start, and they're just looking to like really bounce back and just easily, just hopefully to win out and to have a great feeling on their hand when they go to the state playoffs.
So, as you saw there, the Junior Jays coming and taking their side here on the home side of Burke Stadium.
Yeah.
As John Pargo up by the birdcage. It seems like that's been a weekly thing at this point. Just goes and plants the flag.
Yeah, he's one of our favorite, or he is one of our wonderful guys out there. He's a great person as well, and of course he's one of the captains on the team too. So no wonder why he's leading out the Junior Jays out on the field.
It looks like Junior Jays will send out their kicking team to boot this one away. It looks like Central will get the ball to start this one.
Yeah.
As the birdcage.
Very hype.
Very hype. Getting ready to kick this one away. As we'll take a look at the past for these two teams. Creighton Prep leads the series 13-4 since 2004. And Creighton Prep has won 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams.
Yeah, last time they were in 2019, they put in their awesome stadium. Here we go.
Fort Hamilton boots this one away. Back through the back of the end zone for a touchback. That'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. And we will get our first look who we got for quarterback this week.
Yeah.
Is it B.J. Newsome? It looks like it will be the freshman B.J. Newsome.
Yep.
For the Central offense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this Prep defense tries to plan out. Remember, this is, of course, B.J. Newsome being the freshman. Keep in mind that Prep already has experience with a freshman quarterback in Will Anderson against Millard West a couple weeks ago. Now here they are trying to just find out what they can do.
First play from scrimmage. It's a toss to the outside. Tripped up. Ball looked like it came out.
They're pointing the other direction.
Yeah. Looks like they will. Looks like it will stay Central's ball.
Amir Hill on that carry.
There's Amir Hill. That will bring up 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1.
Great read. They immediately read it's going to be a jet sweep to start the game, and immediately getting the tackle to get Amir Hill for a loss of 1. So just great job to start things off.
2nd and 11 from their own 19. Newsome drops back. Throw quick over to Andrew Brown.
Yeah.
Brought down after a pickup of about 5. That'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Yep, it's been, Andrew Brown, he's obviously a great receiver, and you put him on your graphic earlier today, Mike, and last time he was in the stadium, he was out here running hurdles at state track back in May, and of course he won state, so he's a very talented guy on the football field, on the track, you name it.
Early 3rd down, high snap to Newsome. Joe Brown
Here he comes.
Chasing him away, and incomplete, but a flag flies late. Looked like John Pargo in coverage, as it looks like they may get him for pass interference.
It seems to me that I think Pargo might have given him like a little nudge when they're trying to go for, when both of them were trying to go for the ball, but I think Pargo just gave him a little nudge and kind of like a shove, and the refs easily just threw the flag. It's just that's something you gotta feel good about yourselves if you're Central, because now you get, instead of being a 3rd and 4th down trying to punt it away, you get 1st down from your own 41.
Yeah, instead of a 3rd and 3 and out to start the game, you have the ball on your own 41 with a fresh set of downs.
Yep.
Newsome under center. They take the handoff. That's Taizon Johnson, as he will go nowhere, swallowed up by the line, and the linebackers just got through that Central offensive line for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, they've easily read him again. This defense has been, they played pretty much a lights out. Obviously, they played Burke last week. They had a pick 6 against Burke. And 2 weeks ago against Millard West, they had a pick 6 against them too. And they've been reading these defenses pretty well, so that's for sure.
2 guys in the backfield for Newsome. Under center once again, it's a toss to Johnson. He's going nowhere, trying to let his line do. If it is on Central, it'll be a big loss, as Yonk will probably a little shorter. So it looks like they will accept the penalty. So that'll make his 2nd from their own 25. So that'll make that'll make the 20. So right now this drive's only produced 5 yards. Newsome drops back, throw across the middle, has his man caught short of just short of the 40. That's Isaac Ackerman.
Yeah.
They pick up some yardage, but still 3rd and really long.
Yep, Ackerman just finds his way open, and still nothing that much to gain. You lost about, or you gained about half of your yardage back. It's just great job, but still 3rd and about 12 to go.
Newsome back in shotgun. 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left. As he has time to throw. Got hit as he throws. Complete to Brown, but short of the first down. As Newsome got lit up by Cole Jarrett.
Yeah.
Right after he threw that ball. But the completion to Andrew Brown, still a little short. And offense is still out there on the field for the Eagles.
Honestly, why not? I like this gamble, and that last play, Prep has been doing a great job attacking the line of scrimmage. I mean, with that pressure already by Cole Jarrett and plus with like the loss of yards on the play, they've just been doing a great job.
Newsome, that's intercepted. That's Ezra Vedral down the sideline, still going, and they're going to say he stepped out at around the 33-yard line. But great field position for Creighton Prep. The 4th and 3 does not pay off for the Eagles. Ezra Vedral with the pick, and great field position for the Junior J offense.
That's the third straight week that we've had a pick. It actually might be longer than that. Nonetheless, Ezra Vedral, you usually see him as like a wildcat quarterback on offense, and here he is making a play for the defense. Great job. So it's been with the start they need, especially after their 4th down attempt that the Eagles tried to do and didn't work well. They have the ball. Prep has the ball deep in the Eagles' territory.
The first pick of the year for Vedral sets up shot for Dean Donaldson in the offense very well. First handoff to Brown. Gets about 9 yards, close to a first down. As they're going to call it a first down. Pickup of 10 on the first touch for Marty Brown. And a good start for the Prep offense.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to start with, a measly 10-yard gain. Marty out here looking like it's just saying, yeah, it's pretty easy, and it's just, as we said, he's looking for now 129 rushing yards away to hit 1,000 rushing yards.
Donaldson drops back, and he overthrew his man in the end zone. That's Zach McClay, the intended target.
He had Eddie Hebner wide open. He had his hand up wide open over by the corner of the end zone, and right there, it was just a overthrow by Dean Donaldson. He's a pretty accurate thrower, but right there, it was just a little too much catch-up.
Still early in the game. Donaldson in the shotgun, and they got, looks like the central D line to jump, and that'll give Creighton Prep another 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 5, so makes things a little easier for them.
Yep, you got to have that in order to win these games, especially if you're central. Got to have that awareness and just have your mindset just do the right thing to do, and that's not a good thing to do.
Looks like Pargo has some trouble with his belt, so he'll come out. McClay replaces him. 2nd and 5 from the central 17. Dean Donaldson in the shotgun. Marty Brown out to his left.
Yeah, Michael Burr, and they're kind of in the backfield too.
It's a handoff to Brown. He'll pick up a good chunk of yards, close to another first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yep, it'll be pretty much just feed Marty football, pretty much. That's what they've started already, but let's see what they do here.
Dean Donaldson, another handoff to Marty Brown, powering his way through, down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Just 3rd and short. I think Central kind of already knew that, it's going to be obviously a run, and it's just right up the gut, and Marty just shy of the goal. Well, not that shy of the goal line. Still taking up 1st and goal. You got to feel good about yourselves if you're Prep right now.
1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Donaldson under center has Egan and Marty Brown in the backfield. Handoff to Marty Brown.
Yep.
And he is in for a touchdown.
There we go, another touchdown on the board for the Junior Jays. Great read by the offensive line to get the area wide open for him, and it's just too easy. And already, just beginning of the game and beginning score, it's just, you have to feel good about yourselves again.
Marty Brown with his 12th rushing touchdown on the year, 13 total touchdown. As we have Luke Heck in to hold and Ford Hamilton in to boot this extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah.
We've played 5 minutes. Prep up 7-0 after a Marty Brown touchdown. We'll be right back here on CPSN. Back here on CPSN, Ford Hamilton ready to kick this one away after the Marty Brown touchdown. As that one will land in the end zone for another touchback.
Yeah.
Giving BJ Newsome and the Central offense another chance to come out, maybe respond after Creighton Prep's quick drive after the Federal interception.
Yeah, it's just, they've already so far so good, as if you would say, because it's just immediately stopping their offense on a pick by Ezra Vedral, and just you have Marty just pretty much make Marty run the football, and here they just have him take all the yards, and here he is scoring. Here we are, 7-0 Prep.
Hey, if it works. Newsome in the shotgun. It's a throw over to Andrew Brown. He'll break through a tackle all the way across the 40, close to the 40-yard line. Another first down for the Central offense. Has a nice pickup there on first down. Maybe something they need to kickstart something to get a drive going of some sort.
I mean, pretty much Andrew Brown, he could easily be one of the fastest on this team, and as he'd be another target or another guy on the top of the list you have to keep an eye on if you're Prep, because this dude is quick. He could be like easily in the backfield and clearly cut up field as what they did.
Newsome throws it backwards, going nowhere. That's Amir Hill, as that screen pass was immediately swallowed up by the Prep defense. Great read there from the linebackers.
Yeah, and Amir Hill, he's already been kind of busy. He's already had he did have one rush that, as we said earlier, didn't go very well. But here they did it like a little backward pass. So I thought he was going to do like that little throw, like a trick play, but obviously there was no receiver in the field to look for, and they just got him in the backfield again.
Newsome in the shotgun. Hand off to Taizon Johnson as a flag flies in after he goes down after a hit, as we'll check the marker.
Some of the guys on the Prep sideline think it's hold, and there we go.
Another one of those Central holdings has moved them back after they've been trying to move the ball, kind of just shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they've seen a couple penalties already here tonight. It's just the discipline that you have to have in order to win these games. If you're Central, it's just something that you have to do in order to just have a chance of winning these games.
As that will bring up 2nd and 21 from their own 26. Newsome once again in the shotgun, looking downfield.
Oh.
That's tipped. That was Ezra Vedral with the pass deflection, as he's a little slow to get up. But that will bring up 3rd and long once again.
Yeah, I'm liking what Ezra is already doing in this game already. As we had the pick earlier, and here he is jumping up like a basketball player to knock the ball away. He's been a critical part of this defense already. He's out here running around and just making great plays, and just in order to stop him. And here we are at 3rd and long.
He's a linebacker, already has an interception and a pass defended in the first 6 minutes of play here. 3rd and 21. Newsome another screen pass. This time it's Andrew Brown, as he'll run out of bounds close to the 40-yard line, well short of the first down, as it looks like the Central punt squad will come out and punt this one back into the hands of Dean Donaldson and the Prep offense. So another good stand from the Prep defense, as they've looked really strong to start this one out.
Well, on that last play, they gave another one to Andrew Brown off that little side pass to the outside, and they're just pretty much saying, okay, here we are with the ball, you go run. But in my opinion, you have to open the playbook more and have more opportunities. They have that more plays. You just got to find more opportunities for everyone.
Jack Driscoll punts this one to the 39 of Prep, as we'll step aside. When we come back, the Prep offense looks to add on to their lead and go up by double digits. welcome you back. Dean Donaldson in the shotgun. Marty Brown behind him.
Two guys to his left and right. No, that's
Excuse me, that's Ezra Vedral, as he will get himself across the 50-yard line on a quarterback draw on 1st and 10, and a first down for Prep.
Yeah, I'm immediately saying, wait, why does Dean have two guys to his left and right? That's something what Ezra would do. And like, oh, wait, that is Ezra. It's another great run. He's like their second leading rusher for Prep behind Marty Brown, and he's been having a decent season, a decent night right now.
It's my mistake. I didn't realize Ezra was in.
Yeah, got to do better on that. Okay.
Hand off to Marty Brown, up the middle. Turning his legs for about 8 yards. Another big pickup on a first down rush for Marty Brown, and some late flags fly in.
Oh, boy.
After some scuffling in between these two teams. As it always seems like it's some sort of chirping from one or both sides.
Yeah, it's just, seen a lot of penalties. They keep on coming. It's slowing the game down.
And those are ones that you just can't have, as it will be on Central. That'll tack on an extra 15 yards to the Marty Brown rush. So in 2 plays, the Prep offense really making their presence felt.
Yeah.
Down.
It's just
still with the ball, still walking down to about the 27-yard line as an 8-yard gain turns into a 23-yard gain, and it's 1st and 10 from the Central 27, just like that.
Yeah, it's just something that you gotta do better with if you're Central. I wonder if some of the coaches for Central right now, they're just like not happy with what's going on right now.
Fake handoff to Brown. Ezra.
Oh boy.
He's gonna throw it. That's on the ground. That's a fumble. And
oh boy.
That looks like it'll be a fumble.
Jamison Kemp, I think, got the football, and oh boy. Question is, why that call? I mean, I'd rather do it with someone with Dean Donaldson, and if you are Ezra, I'd just simply throw it away. And some of the fans even thought that he tried throwing it forward.
As they're gonna call it intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think they already did that, but that's a little. Some more yards we got to make up. It's like the 3rd time we've seen a second or third and long. We're at the 44 right now. The first down's all the way at the Central 18.
That'll make it 2nd and 27 after the loss of down and the spot foul that comes with an intentional grounding. Yeah. So Vedral still in there. He was swarmed and he tried to get the ball away. Looked like maybe to Sam Sledge, which I don't think would have been legal.
Well, I think he tried throwing it. If he were doing a rollout trying to throw it, I'm kind of wondering why they do Ezra, because he hasn't thrown the ball yet this year, despite being at quarterback.
Looks like it is 3rd and 27 as Marty Brown with the handoff
finds
a hole to the outside. Marty Brown speeding his way in for a Prep touchdown. His 2nd of the night, Marty Brown, as they do confirm it.
Yeah, it'll be good, but hail Marty.
It's a Marty party, as the Birdcage like to say.
My gosh, he's been just only 4 minutes left in the quarter, and he's out here just playing the lights out as he does every game. It's just amazing how he does it. He just makes it look so easy.
He does. I mean, everyone knows that he's getting the ball at least like 10, 15, 20 times a game, and it's just hard to stop him. So, Ford Hamilton.
Just been dominant all throughout.
And it is good. Creighton Prep goes up 14-0. Still 4.5 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back for Central, maybe with a response.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at something. welcome you back. Prep ready to kick it off again. BJ Newsom in the Central offense trying to find some sort of spark, as every time it seems like they do, they have some sort of penalty that kills the drive. As this kick will sail. Oh, it's just short.
No,
It's just short of of the upright of the. It just got under the crossbar.
I think that's what most kickers are like these days. Don't just kick it to like a fair spot. Just go ahead and kick it through the uprights.
Kick it as hard as you can. As it'll bring
Go for the home run.
That'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line once again. That's the third touchback from Ford Hamilton tonight.
He's been busy on his kickoffs and his extra points.
Indeed he has. Newsom once again in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Has looked like maybe some movement early.
They might have called a timeout. The whistle, I think the whistle from the judge over by Central
there is no marker, it looks like. So my apologies.
Bringing out Newsom. They're taking out Newsom. They did not. I don't know why he's taken out for. He looks fine.
This is
but
a little strange. It looks like maybe they'll have.
Let's see.
It's like Jason Driscoll maybe looking to come back out. Actually, they're having both quarterbacks come out. No, excuse me, just Jason Driscoll.
Said that 5 times fast.
Along with Miguel Hart. Excuse me. As it's still 1st and 10 after that jumble.
Yep, Jason Driscoll isn't at quarterback.
Jason Driscoll. A handoff to Johnson. Stuffed immediately before he even reached the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Prep's defensive line has been doing an A+ so far. It's just they have multiple. Central has multiple guys with carries that are just simply going the wrong way. Something that you gotta just turn around if you're Central. Just gotta make it the positive yards.
As that will set up 2nd and 10 after the no gain. As you said, the D-line from Prep just looked really good so far. Another handoff to Johnson. Once again, going nowhere. Looked like Vedral was the first one to get there. And another 3rd and long for the Eagle offense.
Another guy that's getting an A+ tonight, Ezra Vedral. He got up hitting him first with plenty of guys like Pargo getting in there too. It's just Vedral. He's been lights out on the defensive side too, I think.
Man, if you look at the scoreboard, there's still 3.5 minutes left in this first quarter. It feels like this thing has just trudged along. As Newsom back in there under center, looking for downfield. Oh. Incomplete. Christian Lanphier tried to extend his arms and try to intercept it, but it will be another quick 3 and out for the Central offense as they'll punt it away.
It's just great defense. Christian just got a little short of that football, and you're kind of short up on words, aren't you, Mike?
I am.
It's all right. We've been there. We've all been there, but it's just. Oh, looks like Prep's gonna bring the heat.
Driscoll, Pargo maybe got a hand on that.
Gotta get away from it.
As that'll bounce out of bounds at about the 42 of Central. So once again, Creighton Prep with great field position. As we'll step aside. 14-0, 3:10 to go in the first. We welcome you back. Dean Donaldson under center, Egan, and that's Caden Russell getting the toss.
Here he goes.
Finds a hole, close to a 1st down.
Yeah, Caden Russell, he might not be the biggest guy on this team, but he's been one heck of a player. He got a touchdown against Millard West a couple weeks ago, and he's been reading everything well and just been doing a great job. Great football player. He was actually at the corner position there too a couple drives ago.
Seems like he's pretty speedy as well. It seems like when he gets the ball, he's past the line of scrimmage and through a gap from that the O-line has created really quickly.
Yeah.
As second and short, Donaldson under center. As he's gonna, another handoff to Russell, as he'll power his way for about 5 yards, and a prep first down.
So, we noticed that I think Marty's out right now. I think he's taking a little breather, which is, I totally agree. Just, I'd rather have, personally, I'd rather have Marty just stay down there and take a breather and just take it easy right now, because so far Marty, he's been lighting it up again, and just here we go with Caden Russell running back again.
Another 1st and 10, this time from the 29, as the Russell got away from, looks like Eden Sturek.
Plenty of guys.
He kind of got right through the O-line really quickly, but
yeah,
Russell just zoomed by him.
Well, as you said about the O-line, I'm seeing like Sam Sledge being like 10 yards downfield out here still blocking guys, and Cole Jarrett out there just from his original position just to get out and just run and find someone to block. They've been doing an amazing job on that, hence why the running game for the Junior Jays is just so strong. It's just because of the O-line. It's just been grinding in the work.
We'll give you a quick update from the Gretna-Bell West game. 7-0 Gretna after the first quarter. We'll try to keep you updated on that one.
And North Platte 14-0 over Westside. That's.
It always does seem like it's tough whenever those teams have to travel so far.
Yep.
Donaldson in the shotgun, dropping back, looking for his man. Oh, just off the fingertips of Michael Burt in the end zone. As he was looking for a 6'5" tight end. Michael Burt, who's been the leading receiver from this prep offense.
Yeah, Burt over at his tight end spot. He's a pretty good athlete. He's not only is a 3-sport athlete, he's been playing basketball and baseball, but he had his first career touchdown last week against Burke. And that was actually Dean Donaldson's first passing touchdown as a Junior J. And here we are at 3rd down and 2.
Donaldson in the shotgun once again. Caden Russell right behind him. Another handoff to Russell. He's finding a hole.
Here he goes.
Looking to speed his way into the end zone, and he does. The 3rd rushing touchdown from this prep offense in the first quarter, as they go up 20-0 with a minute and change left in the first quarter.
It's just run, and when you're done with that, run some more. I mean, you already have Marty with 2 touchdowns and 70 rushing yards. Here we are with Caden Russell, who, as we said earlier, isn't the biggest guy on the team. He's just out here running, and here we go, just another end zone call for the running game. It's just a effort.
5'7", 165 as Hamilton. It is good. So 3 rushing touchdowns. We still have a minute 22 here in the first quarter.
And 3 other quarters.
There's still 3 more quarters of football. We'll step aside. When we come back, Central's offense looks to get something going. As we welcome you back, Fort Hamilton out there once again for the 4th time this quarter to boot this one away. As Prep's off running game, as always, very, very strong to open this one up.
Score update over at Buell Stadium. Millard North ahead of Millard West against their rival 3-0 in the opening quarter, I believe.
This one will bounce its way through the back of the end zone. 4 kickoffs, 4 touchbacks for Fort Hamilton. Once again, bringing out B.J. Newsom and the Central Eagles offense to the 20-yard line.
I think what I've heard you got to hear in the huddle if you're one of the Eagles players, just do something. It's 21-0 already here. It's a beautiful night for football. Got tons of people here. You got to cheer. You got to have a spark in you just got to think of something.
Got to find some way to produce some offense. Newsome, another high snap. Looking, trying to see, looks like he's going to run it. He's just going to run out of bounds, close to a first down.
Yeah, great coverage.
Out around the 26 or 27 yard line.
Great defense, just out here making Newsome just flushed, and the great job by the secondary. They were out there just making sure that nobody was open and nobody that could have found any of Newsome's receivers, and they just great job covering it. But still, Newsome does get a good gain, but still need a lot more than that.
BJ Newsome. He's going to, it looks like.
And there we go.
He was going to hand it off to number 22. That's Kevin McGee. But before that, it looks like the the Central offensive line moved. Another one of those penalties that just negates the yards from the previous play and kind of just moves them back. And
yeah, it's just exactly what you do not want to see. You're going backward. You're kind of going on the backwards trend. It's like the 5th time we've seen second and more than a second, third, and 10 plus. It's just something you have to fix. I mean, you've probably seen that all season long if you're Central, but it's just something you got to fix. You can't do it against Prep.
Quick throw out to Andrew Brown. That's Joe Brown and Caden Tyler Jones, number 20, who pushes him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Close to the marker, so they get the yards back.
And it's just, and that's like a play that's somewhat working. It's just a play that's working every time, going to Andrew Brown, and they just throw it to the side, and he just runs out of bounds, hopefully to get some of the defenders like Pargo and Caden Tyler Jones on that play to just force them out of bounds, and they've just been doing a great job, as that's the only play that Central has really worked with, but Prep's just been doing it really well. And here we go again.
Newsome throws out to Amir Hill. He goes nowhere. That's George Egan and Jacob Hove bringing him down, as that's a loss of about 5. As
you got to realize that most of those, they've been doing those plays. They've just been throwing it to the outside, to the right, to the left for somebody to catch. I think that was, I don't really know who that was on the last play, but it's just, in my opinion, you have to go like, they have plays that they do obviously go long kind of, but it just hasn't been working very well. And the plays that go to the outside toward the numbers where the receivers catch it and just use their wheels, it's just not really a good way to they just need to open the playbook more, because you're going to have to win football games if you can't do that when you're doing
Prep
the same
sends
play.
the house once again. This punt goes nowhere.
Goes to the bench. That's I don't know if that got deflected, but that's going to be about
That's going to be a punt of about
8 yards.
8 yards. So once again, Prep.
That's something they'd like.
Yeah. Some great starting field position. That's out to the 32 of
9
Central.
yards.
Excuse us, 9-yard punt. As Creighton Prep with 3 seconds left here in the first quarter.
They still have Caden Russell to Dean's left. Is really resting up Marty.
Most likely the last play of the first quarter.
And it's going to be a flag again.
And Central once again jumping off sides. Those penalties so far in the first quarter have just killed them, as that will give Prep an extra 5 yards to work with, which is not what you want to do when this rushing attack is red hot.
Yep, it's just something you can't. I mean, we're going to say this over and over again. You can't have that happen. Just
Donaldson
cannot.
looking across the middle. That's Michael Burt into the red zone. And after 33 minutes of game time, or of real time, and 12 minutes of game time, the first quarter comes to a close. 21-0, Junior Jay's on top after 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 from Marty and 1 from Caden Russell. We'll step aside here on CPSN. We'll bring you the second quarter when we return. Welcome you back to Burke Stadium. Prep with another red zone trip here early. Donaldson in the shotgun. Handoff to Caden Russell.
He's getting more carries than Marty, I think, especially after the first 2 drives and the first 2 scores. It's been all Caden Russell, and he's showing what he's got, and he's just been doing an awesome job.
And Marty showed that he was on his game tonight, and he just kind of ran in easily for 2 touchdowns and decided that, hey, let's give Caden Russell some touches.
We had a word from Father Tillman earlier on our break that they cross-country team did have a Millard West invite earlier today, and they came up with the win.
Donaldson is going to hand it off to Egan. Egan fighting his way, stumbling to about the 14-yard line. As, hey, look at that, Central forcing a 3rd down. I mean, if you're Central, you would love to just come away with just giving up a field goal.
Yeah, they did hand it off to Egan. Personally, I think they do more of the George Egan action, I like to call it, when it's like this play right here, 3rd and about short, 3rd and 1. There they do it on 2nd and 8. Not a horrible decision, but it wasn't an easy way to Central to stop them.
It's Ezra Vedral in now. Fake handoff to Russell. Up the middle, finds a hole. Touchdown, Ezra Vedral. That's the 4th rushing touchdown in 13 and a half minutes for this Prep offense. It's now 27-0. It's still 10 and a half to go in the second quarter.
I said hail Marty earlier. Hail Ezra. He's been having a nice night. That's for sure. Already with the rushing touchdown, the pick on defense. He's been, this whole rushing game, this whole team has just been completely dominant from the first minute on. Just been, holy cow.
As always, as advertised as well, Prep running offense, very difficult to stop. 4 touchdowns in the first half, excuse me. As that one is booted through, 28-0. Creighton Prep on top. Still 10 and a half to go here in the second quarter here on CPSN. Welcome you back here to Burke Stadium. Creighton Prep coming off their 4th rushing touchdown of the night so far. As we've said, 10 and a half still to go here in the second quarter. Still a lot of game left to play. As Ford Hamilton comes out to kick away, what is it, his 5th kickoff so far?
He's been pretty busy tonight, but you know what else is busy tonight? Some teams around the state. North Platte and West Side West Side finally gets on the board, 14-7 North Platte. Millard North 10, Millard West 6 over at Buell Stadium. Gretna scores a touchdown over Bellevue West, 14-0. And Elkhorn South, ranked number 3, I think. They're ahead of Fremont, 28-zip, just like right here.
This one is fielded by Amir Hill. Going backwards.
Here we go.
Finding a hole.
Here we go.
And Amir Hill still on his way across the 50, down to the 40, the 30, the 20. That's Christian Lanphier finally bringing him down, all the way down at the Prep 14-yard line. A giant pickup there. He kind of just bounced to the outside, down the sideline, all the way to the Prep, inside the Prep red zone. And Omaha Central's offense looking to respond after those 4 touchdowns from the Junior Jays. That's one way to start a drive.
That is exactly what you need right there. A great return. It looked like they'd get back. He barely crossed the 20, but he does find a way. He makes a huge kickoff return all the way to near the 15-yard line. It's just exactly what you need. Now you have to think, okay, you got to score here. No more penalties, no more bad decisions. You got to score.
Some to the outside.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I think they're going to get Nick Keeney maybe on a high hit here, but let's see.
There's Miguel Hart on the reception, and he just kind of got blown up right after he caught it, kind of turned, and there was Nick Keeney to make the hit.
Good play, but was it too good?
Oh, they're going to call targeting. It sounds like it'll be half the distance to the goal, so 1st and goal for the Central offense, looking to put their first points on the board.
I don't think you get kicked out if it's
I didn't even know there was targeting in high school.
I thought the exact same thing, but nonetheless, it was Nick Keeney with the big hit. This defense has known for big hits all throughout the season. That one was just
as you said, a little too good.
Yeah. They have the mic on for the referee.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that here in high school football. It's going to be 1st and 2 from the 7. As that's Taizon Johnson, excuse me. As he's finding his way close to a 1st down, and it looks like he will get there. So 1st and goal for the Central offense inside the 5.
Yep. And what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Back to you said, they do actually, I've never seen a ref with a mic on here at Burke Stadium, but we've seen that around on TV. But I don't really know if you can catch them on our broadcast. Nonetheless, a lot of penalties, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been a pretty sloppy game from both sides.
Still 28-0 Prep.
28-0.
Oh!
As Sam Sledge.
Hello.
Sam Sledge, and it looks like maybe George Egan in there. Met him immediately right after he got it handed off. As that's exactly what the Prep defense needed, given their defense a little more breathing room. Instead of defending on the 2, they're now defending from the 6. 2nd and goal.
Man, oh man, Sam Sledge just squeaks through the offensive line and just says, come here, big fella.
As here's Newsome. As a toss to Johnson, trying to find his way through the offensive line. Finally punch one in, as they've had some open receivers here and there.
Don't get me wrong, he's been having.
And
is he in?
As he's down to, looks like inside the 1. So the Prep defense brings up 4th and goal from the 1. Looks like they'll.
You have to go for it here, right?
Obviously, you're not gonna
unless you're trying to be like Falcons Patriots and go 28-3.
That would be that's the most dangerous football score, it seems like, as we just saw Appalachian State blow a 28-3 lead to James Madison last week.
Yeah, that's we'll see here.
Newsome
Here we go.
On 4th and goal, Taizon Johnson, and he got stuffed, it looks like, and he did.
There we go.
The Prep defense holds the Central offense as a late flag comes in. It will be after the play, so I believe it will. I believe that means that it will still be Prep ball. It looks like they.
Well, let's see. I think I did see the Pierce Johnson running away from them as then the flag got thrown. And they think it's on Central, I think.
And the body language from both teams does seem to indicate that it will be on the Eagles. And if so, a huge defensive stand, goal line stand.
I think that was Joe Brown on that last surge from keeping Taizon out of the end zone. That might have been someone else, but let's see. I think first down Prep, deep in their own territory. It's just still having the ball out of Central's hands, especially after that huge return and getting forced into 0 points still. That's a great job by the D.
I couldn't hear the second one, but it was on Taizon Johnson and a Prep defender. So offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties as the Prep offense with 99 yards to go, up 28 with still 7:44 to go here in the first. As they'll start from their own 1 yard line.
They didn't call it unsportsmanlike. I don't know.
They called unsportsmanlike on both teams.
Oh, okay. Now you just got to have some breathing room. Here we go.
That's Ezra Vedral just sneaking his way, trying. Maybe the ball might have come out.
No, I don't think so.
The ref threw his marker, so I wasn't sure. Do you know what that is? Like you always see them on punts. They're just a little like black marker like that.
That's probably something you'd have to ask Siri or something.
I've always wondered.
Yep.
Anyway, a pickup of about 2 gives Prep slightly more room to work with. 2nd and 8. If you're the Prep offense, you're in no hurry here. Still up by 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
Federal still in there. He's got Egan and Russell, as it looks like.
Still trying to get more breathing room.
Yeah, looks like Federal will keep it himself.
So, thank you, Safari. Game officials carry a blue beanbag markers. I don't know if that was a beanbag or not. This might be just for the NFL. On their belt to mark various spots.
Yeah, that is what that was what I was
to mark
talking
a
about.
fumble or where a player caught a punt. So they're.
Yeah, they do that. I've always seen it on TV. Whenever someone catches a punt, they'll just throw their little beanbag just to know where the punt was caught, if there was like a penalty or anything, and they needed to enforce it from there. Either way, 3rd and 5 from their own 6. Dean Donaldson back in shotgun. Caden Russell to his left. Donaldson looking to throw, flushed immediately as he'll look down the field. And just out of the reach of John Pargo as the Prep offense will punt it away for the first time, but obviously you're happy if you're a Prep fan with the outcome with Central with that long kickoff return, as then they got stopped at the goal line. So Hamilton back near the back of the end zone to punt this one away. That's Amir Hill back to return. He was the one with the long kickoff return we just mentioned. And botched it a little bit, but plenty of time to pick it up.
Good kick.
Booted away, gets a Creighton Prep bounce.
Oh, gotta get on that.
Hill touched that, but he'll safely fall back on it at around the Prep 48-yard line. As we'll step aside, Central's offense comes back out on the field when we return. We welcome you back. Holding on Central moves them back to their own 43 on the punt. That's once again another killer penalty for them. Here's Newsome looking to throw. Immediately
Oh
swarmed.
my.
That's Sam Sledge on the sack for a big loss down inside their own 30, down to about the 29. Depends on where they'll mark him, actually.
Nonetheless, what a great sack. Just been, just defense, especially the defensive line, has been so far so dominant all throughout the game and pretty much the whole season. It's just been so far just all prep as Sam Sledge. I think that might be his only first full sack of the year. He's at 1.5 now this year. Second down, and another great hit. Oh man. Sledge might have been a little bit slow to get up, but that's Steven Avalos there.
Steven Avalos Jr. with the big hit. That'll bring up 3rd and long again.
Keeping it going.
Before the penalty, this was going to be Central's ball on the Prep 48. Now with the penalty and a sack and a tackle for loss, makes this 3rd and 21 from their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, it's just been an awesome. At this point, they're just having fun right now. They're just making great plays, and here they go again under pressure.
Newsome dumps this one off. He'll get out across the 40. That's Kevin McGee. Short.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah, well short of the first down. As another conference. Don't see any yellow handkerchiefs on the field.
Nonetheless, only 4th down, but
this has been a weird football game so far.
It's been
7:55 right now, 50 minutes into this one. And we still got 4.5 to go in the second quarter.
It's been holding. It's going to be another 3rd down, but they're going to move him back even more. We've seen a lot of third and a lot. Oh wait, was it on?
Yeah, it was a hold on Prep.
Oh, okay.
I think the Central offense thought it was on them, but no, they'll get some help from a Prep hold. That'll make it 3rd and around 11. So once again, 3rd and long, but slightly more manageable, as they need something here if they want any sort of momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, just another 3rd and 11. It is better than a 3rd and like 30, but still, it's just gotta do something.
Newsome with time to throw.
Here's another
Has
outside
his man.
pass again.
That's Elijah Wayne down close to a first down, and looks like he may have got it, and he does. So Central's offense on a weird drive so far has a 1st and 10 somehow after it was 3rd and 21. 2 plays before this. Or actually, I don't think it was
2nd and 20.
It was 3rd and 21, but it wasn't technically 2 plays ago.
Yeah, but still, I think what I've been noticing is B.J. Newsome. He's been throwing it kind of short passes, and they've made these receivers go out and just keep on running with their receivers. So they're just hoping for this. Here we go.
Joe Brown, no white jerseys in front of him all the way. Pick 6. Joe Brown is 2nd in 3 weeks.
Another house call. It's Joe Brown, the 3rd straight game with a pick 6 by the Prep defense, and his 2nd pick 6 again for the season for Joe Brown. But man, oh man, he just snuck up and got the ball with ease and just had nobody near him. He just said bye-bye to Central, and 34-0 already. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Joe Brown loves getting some pick 6s, whatever I'm announcing, it seems.
Oh yeah.
As we remember in the Millard West game, he with the pick 6 in the second half to put them up 24-7.
Another house call.
Another house call for Joe Brown. That's his 2nd interception on the year, 2nd pick 6 on the year. And the Ford Hamilton extra point, he's 5 for 5 so far tonight. Puts Prep up 35-0.
Yeah.
Man. It's a lot of offense. And then now the defense getting in on the action. Seemed like they were holding their own for a long time, and then Joe Brown just snuck up behind the receiver and picked one off from Newsome and took it to the house. welcome you back. Ford Hamilton ready to kick this one away again. Is that 6 now for him? Is this his 6th kickoff? Or 7th?
Well, at this point, you might want to bring out Charlie Mangan, the backup kicker on the varsity roster, as I think the ball falls off the tee. Charlie Mangan, number 95, is the backup kicker who's suited up tonight. He's been suiting up every game. At this point, you can just go ahead and bring him in. Just give Ford a break, I guess. I don't know, but here we go.
Ford Hamilton kicking this one away. It seems like the wind is definitely at his head at this quarter, as this is Andrew Brown with a nice pickup, a nice return out to about the 33-yard line.
Yep.
As Central's offense once again trying to do something. As we'll look at one of the other district games going on here in District 4A. Papillion La Vista up at home against Burke, 29-0 at the half. So Prep and Papillion La Vista with their game in 2 weeks. Prep with the bye week next week, obviously. As BJ Newsome back out there. He's got his fullback Hart. And Taizon Johnson in the backfield. Handoff to Johnson for about 2 yards, finding his way around his offensive line.
At this point, Central is like, I think right now they're just like, let's just get into the end zone, make some positive plays. Enough with the negative plays. They just threw the pick 6. They've let up. Now it's 35-0. When last week it was 34-0 when Prep played Burke, and it's just dominant all around.
Weird play. Not sure really what happened there, but pickup of around 3.
Yep.
As Papillion La Vista South up 49-0 on Omaha South. North Platte still up 14-7 on West Side.
What's Bell West and
14-9 Gretna in the second quarter.
Back here, it's 3rd down and about 5.
It's a weird day of football. It's a lot of weird scores. Newsome kept the football.
Great
and
coverage.
they're gonna call a flag. Looked like, was that Joe Brown in coverage?
No, that was Pierce Johnson.
Excuse me, that was Pierce Johnson in coverage. As they're gonna get him for pass interference, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but this get another kind of what we saw with Pargo earlier. Just gets a little too what's the word?
Sloppy.
Not that much sloppiness. It's good coverage. It's just not the coverage that the officials like.
It's been a tough day for both sides, it seems like, penalty-wise. It's just been a pretty.
Penalty-wise, yeah, but
I'm interested
well,
to
the
see.
The scoreboard still
35.
it says it all pretty much.
I mean, if you're Prep at this point, you're looking for anything you can improve on this next week.
Yeah.
Newsome rolling out kind of just was flushed and just kind of tossed that one out of bounds. Like I was saying, if you're Prep at this point, you just want to take away from this game, like obviously what you did right, but also what you did wrong and what you can in your night after that.
You get to see what everyone has to offer. I mean, I think the guy that stick out this game is obviously Caden Russell. He's been getting more carries. I think he has more yards than Marty Brown, who scored the first 2 touchdowns, and then he had
trick play here, as Lemire Hill will quickly fall back on it, but a big loss there.
I think they were trying to do a Philly special.
Yeah, double. Yeah, I think that was kind of like a Philly special, like a handoff to a receiver coming across, and then a handoff to another receiver, and they just rolls out.
Just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work. It was a tough little toss, and he just couldn't handle it. So falls back for a loss of around 11. There's another 3rd and long for the Central offense. At this point, I think you just want to get back into the locker room, try to regroup.
Here we go.
As Newsome is going to air this one
Heads
out.
up.
And that's Lanphier.
Did he get it?
And they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say he.
Oh, Christian is pointing down.
Oh, no.
He is pointing.
He really wanted that one. But either way.
Great play.
Yeah, great play. Almost had it. Just the line judge just ruled him out of bounds. As he almost made that play. That was a very tough catch.
Yeah, I mean, I thought when when Newsom lobbed it up, I'm like, Christian, are you going to come up and make this pick? But he did catch it, just might have just got out of bounds, though.
Just went out of bounds, but here's Driscoll once again to punt it away. Spiraling punt. And takes a big central bounce. Down rolling.
Back in their own
way
territory.
to the 7-yard line.
Deep in their own territory.
So a great punt there from Jack Driscoll. Here under 90 seconds to go in the first half. And if you're Prep, you're feeling really good coming out of the gate hot. 4 rushing touchdowns from your offense, and then Joe Brown said, let me in on the action, and snuck behind a receiver and surprised Newsom with a what was it, like a 44-yard pick six? It was around
a big one. He had like one from like 60 yards earlier.
I thought it was wait, actually no, it was across the 50. It was in Prep territory, was it? It was that weird drive
it
that
was kind of like in front of
exactly. It was that weird drive that kind of they fell back and then they kept going, and the penalty, all that. But either way, 35-0. Donaldson back to pass, flushed, and he's gonna get sacked.
Yeah, not the best way. I think he had Ed Hebner on a wheel route kind of way, but couldn't just find anyone. He just a little timid on the currently throwing out the ball. Is just not the main play you want. Actually, we might have got a 1-yard gain on that. Not going to take that as a sack.
Under a minute to go here in the first half, which is what it seemed like forever. Donaldson, another handoff. This time it is Marty Brown.
He's back in.
Back in the game, down to about the 25-yard line. As a timeout is called. No, excuse me, they just stopped the clock to move the chains. Down to about the 25-yard line. Pickup of around 17. As Marty will come back out of the game. As it's just 5 receivers now. Something we don't really see. Empty backfield. Donaldson in the shotgun. Looking quick, that's Pargo. And it just went through his hands and off his leg. I've liked what I've seen from Donaldson so far this year. It just seems like, as you've said, he just seems like he hasn't really settled in. He doesn't seem comfortable.
Well, keep in mind that last year he had a broken wrist that kept him out most of the JV football game. And of course, his freshman year, he was at Bell West, so he started his Prep career playing against his former team. It's just he's still a great player and a great person. He's just this year hasn't been.
Just dumps it off to Hebner really quick, as you were saying. Excuse me.
It's all right. Donaldson, he's an awesome player, awesome person, but as you said, just still trying to fit through things, but he still knows how it goes around here, but he's just still awesome player. He's been, I think he was at, according to I think it was on his Twitter, he was at like South Dakota, I think.
He was down at South Dakota for that game.
But still, his future is bright, that's for sure.
Donaldson flushed once again. Looking downfield, he's got Hebner again.
Gonna get a bounce or timeout.
I don't think they're gonna call a timeout as the clock does stop for
a first down to move the chains.
But that might do it for the first quarter, as it looks like Yonk and the Junior Jays will run this clock out as they do. I believe they do.
Headsets off.
They do get the ball back for the second half.
Oh yeah.
As the first half finally comes to a close. 35-0 Junior Jays. It is all Creighton Prep after 4 rushing touchdowns and a pick 6 from Joe Brown. We'll step aside. We'll be back for the second half. 35-0. Creighton Prep here on CPSN. And we welcome you back here on the Creighton's Prep Sports Network. About to get underway for the second half of play. Alex, first half we saw, first off, an offensive explosion from the Jays, and then we saw the defense get involved with the scoring with the Joe Brown pick six.
Man, oh man, I mean, where to start? It's this, the report card is very exceptional all throughout the all throughout the whole game. I mean, when you said offense, they scored with 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 by Marty and 2 by Caden Russell. Then the defense showed up with like plenty of tackles for loss and sacks, and of course the pick six by Joe Brown. It's just been an awesome. It's just been, if you're a prep fan and prep player, it's just been awesome. But for Central, I wonder what they got in the locker room. What they got saying in the locker room right now.
Yeah, we have, take a look at some first half stats. As you said, offense, really 208 total yards of offense, 177 of those coming from rushing for the Junior Jays. Only 64 yards for Central. 83 of them are passing, negative 19 rushing yards.
Oh man, oh man. For Central?
Yeah, so Prep's defense really holding their own at the line of scrimmage. BJ Newsome, 12 for 18, 83 yards with 2 interceptions. Donaldson, only 3 for 7 with 31 yards, and Vedral 0 for 1. I think that's probably the intentional grounding. And on the rushing side, Marty Brown, 7 attempts for 98 yards. As we do want to give you a note that in the NSAA, high school football, if you're up by 35, it is a running clock throughout. So this second half should go by fairly quickly compared to that first half.
It's been all about prep. It's homecoming weekend, and if they certainly hold on here, then it'd be a great way to start homecoming weekend. It'll be a fun weekend, that's for sure.
Jack Driscoll, definitely busy. They're going to squib this one. That's through the hands of McClay. Bobbled by Pierce Johnson. Gets a hold of it as he's out across about the 35-yard line to about the 37 of Creighton Prep. And that's where this second half for the Junior J offense will start, as it does look like Dean Donaldson will come back out up 35.
Yeah, a little interesting there. A little, as you said, a little squib kick that started like rolling around, and then I think it went through the hands of Zach McClay, but Pierce was there to corral it and make the play, and it's just been out throughout the. It's just been all about prep.
Sure has been. Donaldson in the shotgun. Marty Brown also back in the game. He's gonna float this one up. That's Eddie Hebner. And falls incomplete. That's probably the only part of this prep offense or defense that the only part of this entire prep team so far that's really struggled and has all year is the passing game. It really hasn't seemed to be a game where they really got it going. So, as we said, running clock. So already a minute off, only a play ran. Donaldson once again, he's got Marty Brown to his right.
Let's see if they'll continue the Marty party here in the second half.
As he's got a wide open John Pargo.
See ya.
Pargo goes 64 yards on the second play from scrimmage here in the second half. And the Junior Jays continue their dominance over the Central Eagles early here in the third quarter.
What some people like to call Dean Donaldson just a great deep ball dime. Donaldson, I mean, we saw that in one of the posters in the hallways, but Pargo, great job to get wide open. He just found a seam and just found his way a lane to the end zone with ease. It's kind of like what Joe Brown had on the pick six. It's just, see ya. Kind of like what their Yankees announcer says after a home run. See ya.
The 64-yard pass from Donaldson to Pargo.
Oh, that's Charlie Mangan out kicking.
And it is good.
Charlie
Mangan, the junior kicker. He's going to gritty his way off the field. As on that pass, it seemed like Pargo kind of just blew through the entire Central secondary and had a wide open field, and all Dean had to do was just put a ball somewhere in the area that he could catch it, and it would have probably been a touchdown. He could have walked in.
Look at Charlie Mangan, the sophomore. He may not be the biggest guy on the field, especially compared to the rest of the linemen that was on that play, and he's just out here having fun, and he makes his first extra point of his career, 42-0. I mean, yeah, as I said, probably ever since the second half ended, they're just having some fun out there. It's just been awesome.
The prep hype team, they've
been doing a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, every week they do. Every time there's a score, they do the same amount of push-ups as they have points, and 42 push-ups. Just then, you got to remember, they also had 35, 28, 21, 14, and 7. So that's a lot of push-ups. So
getting the exercise.
Yeah, core definitely going to be sore tomorrow. As Fort Hamilton back out there to kick this one off. As the prep.
I think Tony Caniglio for the Jays, I think it's the fourth string quarterback. He's out warming up on the sideline as the return.
As that was Joe Brown in there to kind of put a hit on the return man. And that'll set up the Central offense around the 26-yard line. Yeah, 42-0 here early in the third. Prep just continuing their dominance. Right after I said that the pass game had been struggling, John Pargo just found a burst of speed and was wide open. Donaldson just put it right on the numbers. An easy 64-yarder. I think that triples his passing yards from the first half at least, or doubles his.
Yeah, he hasn't had too much
he was at what,
action.
It was 3 for 7 for. Let's check it out. 3 for 7 for 31 yards in the first half. He's already up to 95 this half. Newsome.
Careful. As
that one is going to fall incomplete. A little hip check there from Russell, but no harm done.
Man,
you got to sit down for this one.
Me? Just relaxing.
I can't sit down because then I can't see over people's heads. You're talking to me. So.
It's just been. It's might as well just at this point just I don't know.
Sit back and enjoy the ride. Newsome hands this one off to his running back. That prep D line has just been
A+.
Yeah, just been a brick wall here tonight.
And
seems like nothing has gotten through, no matter how many times Central tries to catch them off guard.
Now I'm starting to wondering, when do you start putting in your backup secondary scrubs, as you still have people like Pargo, McClay.
It seems like they still have their first string defense out there.
You know what we all want in this broadcast booth? We need Jack Cohout out there.
We need Jack Cohout, absolutely.
Yeah, we need him. He was about like a yard away from scoring against Millard West, I think.
I'm calling it. He'll score tonight.
Oh.
Newsome flushed, as he'll just have to float this one incomplete. As there was a mere hill downfield, was wondering, he was hoping for that ball, but Newsome was flushed. We'll bring up another three. Another 3 and out for the Central offense. As looks like we have. That's Alex Costello back there, the sophomore.
He was returning out there for JV when I was there last Saturday.
He's back at his own 34. Back to return the punt from Driscoll. He's going to pooch this one to around the 42. Costello picks it up. He will get swallowed up. Maybe a pickup of about 1. But that will bring the offense back out. And it looks like.
Yep, we got to remember to get the running clock. The referee just made his motion.
Yeah. Looks like Donaldson may be making his way back out there. You never know. We had the sophomores in last week. It was a.
For against Burke?
Yeah, it was against Burke.
We had some guys that.
It's Tony Caniglio, the sophomore.
Hey, We got, I think some other guys like, there's our guy, Jack Cohout.
Jack Cohout there in at fullback.
Keep in mind that Prep has been making a lot of elevations from JV players, making up the varsity too.
That's Ryan Ewell with the carry. The junior.
Some of the guys like Will Hale, who got raised up to varsity last week. Jeffrey Pepra, who used to take photos for Creighton Prep Media. He's suited up. Matt Sledge as well, and plenty of other guys that have got raised up over the season to make it up to varsity. And you can tell from our sideline, it's just a lot more players in Central, that's for sure, on the Central side.
As that won't really go anywhere. That's Cohout on the carry. Maybe a loss of around 1, bring up 3rd down.
So you think you'll you'll think Jack will get into the end zone, I guess?
I'm calling it.
I see.
We've got what is it, 18 and a half minutes left? It'll
With
happen.
the running clock. Okay. I see.
I'm confident in him.
We all are, but we all are for everybody. Just I see what you're doing here. We have Sam Stessman at receiver.
Stessman out there. Is that Pierce Johnson still in?
Well, let's see.
That's Caniglio who's going to find Costello, and he will pick up the 1st down. So nice rollout and throw from Tony Caniglio. Finds Alex Costello, the sophomore to sophomore connection.
Yeah.
For a Creighton Prep 1st down.
Actually, was that. Yeah, that was Costello. I thought that was Jacob Rube at one point, but he was at running back. But he is still have running back position. Here's Ryan Ewell.
It's Ryan Ewell for a pickup of around 5.
With this, everybody taking most of the big level guys taking a break right now. This shows obviously what the future can hold. And here comes Will Hale to the game. This shows what the future can hold for next year and the year after that easily, with some sophomores and juniors coming into the game. Here we are, 2nd down.
This is a toss to Ewell again, fighting his way for around 2 yards.
And if I'm one of the guys that just got raised up, or just or one of the players in general that's been playing all year, it'd probably feel awesome just to play under Friday Night Lights. It just has to be satisfying.
Yeah, it's just something about this. It's high school football is always something special every year. It's just
every time.
You never know what's going to happen on a weekly basis, and it never seems to surprise us anymore. As it looked like that was Ryan Ewell.
No, that might have been good. Where's that Jack?
That looks like that was Ryan Ewell. It looks like he got tripped up right when he got handed off.
Yeah.
As it looks like they keep the offense out on the field, just trying to get some of their younger guys some
Why
reps.
Not? Why not? At this point.
There's Johnson and Alex Costello out to the left. Sam Stessman out to the right. Caniglio drops back, and he has a wide open man. That's Pierce Johnson down the sideline, still in bounds. He will stay in bounds. No, they're going to call him out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped out.
One said touchdown.
No, excuse me. Yeah, it is a touchdown.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I thought the line judge said that he stepped out, but no. That is the first career touchdown pass from Tony Caniglio.
And the first touchdown to catch of the year for Pierce Johnson.
That is. Just kind of rolled out, found his man wide open, and Pierce Johnson, and just
great way to stay in bounds.
Yeah, excuse me for thinking he stepped out of bounds. I thought the line judge
marked him out, but no, the guy raised his arms. Other guy said it was a touchdown, and it sure was. They tack on more and more.
It's at 48-0 Junior Jays. As two passing touchdowns tonight equals their total from the rest of the year. As Charlie Mangan back out.
I think a delay game.
They took a little too long. It's going to call delay a game.
They'll back up Charlie Mangan to do a 25-yard PAT, and
really test his range, see what he can do.
I think that's Alex Costello in for Luke Heck on the hold for him. 25-yard try.
Hold is down, and it is no good. Just left. As it will remain 48-0. We'll step aside briefly. 48-0 Junior Jays here late in the third quarter here on CPSN. Welcome you back here on CPSN. Ford Hamilton, I've lost count of how many times he's kicked this ball off. Probably.
I think that's 8 times.
What has it got to be? It's got to be close to 10, I think.
I think it's 8, with the 7 touchdowns and the one before the game.
Kicked off to start the game.
It has to be 8.
8. So boots this one away. That's
won't hit the end zone.
That's Andrew Brown here to return as fight his way to about the 25-yard line.
I think like Adonis Bonner, I think he just leveled one of the guys. Just been.
Got to try and make the most of your time here on varsity. Seems like district play, kind of when those higher caliber teams kind of meet with the lower caliber teams more frequently.
And Prep plays district games the rest of the way. They played Burke, they played Central, or they're playing Central right now. Then they got Capilla and Vista, and then Benson ends off their year with the bye week next week. So.
Yeah, the bye week. I just learned that this afternoon that I didn't know what I was going to do with my Friday night, but Nebraska football plays next week.
They play on Friday, yeah.
Yeah, they play on Friday.
I completely forgot about that.
As that airmail from Newsome falls incomplete into double coverage. He was looking for Andrew Brown. Just couldn't find him.
Not only that, on Friday, a good matchup will be at Phelps Field as Westside will host Kearney at 2 top 6 matchups currently. We'll see if the rankings continue as of now. Speaking of Westside, I think they're still down 14-7 if that is correctly up to date, but we'll see.
Another high snap. Newsome, ball on the ground. He's just going to have to fall on it. Loss of around 5.
And this stands correctly. 23-14, Bellevue West over Gretna. Gretna was up 14-0 the last time I checked.
16 second half points from Bellevue West.
Here.
Games at Gretna. We take a look around Class A. I think in Southeast, obviously, some of these might not be up to date, as some of these still say they're in the second quarter. Grand Island Kearney is apparently still in the first quarter, but Grand Island was up 14 at whatever point that was. So Newsome back to pass.
Heads up.
And somehow escapes. Just going to look around. Somehow finds a man close to a first down. That's Isaac Ackerman. And they're going to mark him just short, it looks like. About a yard short, if that. So 4th and 1.
Yep, it's. Let me check other scores around here. When North beat Northwest 64-0, including 42 points the first quarter.
That's when I start to doubt max preps, because I find that hard to believe. Because 28 seemed hard for prep to muster.
4th and 1.
4th and 1.
Let's see.
As it looks like they will give it to him. Yeah, they will. As he fights his way across the 36.
Capilla and La Vista over Burke, 29-0, last of the date. Elkhorn South beating Fremont pretty good. Norfolk beating League Northeast. Millard West ahead of Millard North, 27-13. Last time I checked, Millard North was ahead. Yeah. But
North Star beat Lincoln High 9-7. I'm interested to see what that was like.
Good defensive game.
Their penalty flag. Looks like
well, they give it though. It looks like they're gonna march the ball further ahead near the near prep territory.
As it looks like maybe some unsportsmanlike conduct as we hit 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yep.
Central's offense. Fake.
Fake pass. Oh, he has a guy wide open.
He's going to be brought down. The ball looked like it came out, but they're going to call him down.
That's, I think, that's Dakota Butler over it to make the hit.
Another sophomore. I love me as a sophomore. I mean, I love seeing some of these guys that I have some of my classes with. I love seeing them get some action on varsity.
I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot, I think there's more sophomores than there was suiting up right now than there was a year ago, I think.
I will say, I do sit next to Tony Caniglio in history. And
oh, now you're just going to lay out your classes. I see.
As that is the end of the third quarter, we'll head to the fourth. 12 minutes remaining here on CPSN. 48-0, Creighton Prep. We welcome you back here on CPSN. Final 12 minutes of regulation here. Newsom handoff goes nowhere once again. It seems like that's been the story of the night so far. Central just has not been able to get anything going offensively, especially the run game with that really tough D-line from Creighton Prep, who has just let nothing through.
Dominant on offense, dominant on defense, hence why it's 48-0. It's just, if you're a Prep fan, you got to be loving this.
Absolutely.
This is a great way to cruise into the bye week and homecoming weekend.
Prep, so far in district play, outscoring their opponents 85-0. Here with the 48-0 lead here, and the 37-0 win last week. Newsom gonna air this one out.
Might have him.
And just overthrew him. Looked like that was Andrew Brown he was looking for, as he's a little slow to get up.
Let's see, that's Caleb Tyler Jones and Crew Welsh in for coverage.
It's good to see him come off on his own
on
his own power. Yeah, as it was Welsh and Tyler Jones in coverage. As clock still running, 4th and 10 here from their own 49, which seems like where they've really been living this entire game.
Might as well got nothing up for grabs right now. Might as well just go for it as he's under center.
Newsom drops back on 4th and 10, gonna try to air it out again.
Direction.
It's intercepted.
It's Crew Welsh.
That's Crew Welsh all the way back. And he's gonna get pushed out of bounds. But not before the third interception from the Prep defense.
What a great return, Crew Welsh.
This time
he's been usually a backup player. Here he is making his first career INT, and he takes down the sideline with a great return. And as you said, the third pick of the game, and it's just an awesome. You love
to see it from these guys. So yeah, the senior Crew Welsh.
Oh, here comes the sledgehammer. We don't really mention about that much, but as a run play goes on. Caniglio is still in with a bunch of his other teammates, including.
Here comes Jacob Ruby, the sophomore.
Here comes Jeffrey Pepra, the junior. And we get some silent cheers from our media crew, as he used to take photos for us, and he's in our media class.
Incredible.
He's out to the left side of the field near the hashes.
He's at the bottom of your screen alongside Sam Stessman. And off to Jacob Ruby. as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
At the beginning of the year, Jeff was taking photos of all the of the team, and here he is, just getting risen up to play varsity, and just been great sight to see as we have an injury on the field.
Jamison Kemp, 9 left to play here on C. But under his own power, will be a false start on the offense. As there's a quarterback keeper from Caniglio, gonna find his way across the 30, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And
first and 10 from the central.
Approaching 8 minutes to go.
27. Get Coho back in there.
Oh, so now you're just calling your shots. I see. I see.
Well, now I'm disappointed.
Well, Adonis is in there, and you gotta love Jacob Ruby and everybody
Ruby
else.
somehow finding his way, still on his feet, down to about the 23-yard line. Jacob Ruby seemed like he was gonna lose about 5 yards, but somehow found a way to sneak around the defender and pick up around 5 yards to the 22-yard line.
Thankfully, one of our producers has the Yankees-Orioles, and your Orioles on.
Oh gosh.
I'm starting to.
So disappointing.
This might be the first time that I've seen outfield seats going for like $300 a seat.
As Jacob Ruby with
Usually
the
you get that right after. I wonder if the home seats behind a home plate are less expensive than the ones
I would
out
have
the
to guess
outfield.
because, I mean, obviously, if you catch Judge's home run ball at 62, that's worth. How much do you think that's worth? Probably
more than I make.
Probably a decent amount of money.
Just
an okay amount of money. Caniglio under center. 3rd and 4 from the 21. Another handoff to Jacob Ruby.
Yep.
Finding a hole and across inside the 15 for another Creighton Prep first down. Feels like we've said that a lot tonight, Alex.
Yeah. It's really been all prep. It's just looking to score. They've scored 40 points, I think, for the first time this year. Hopefully they put up a 50 burger.
Never heard that one.
What, you have?
50 burger?
I mean,
as Caniglio keeps it once again, as he'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards. Not going a whole lot too far. As we take, that is the most they've scored thus far. They've scored 21, 17, 35, 13, 31, and 37. So this is by far the most points they've put up so far. As it really seems like this prep offense is starting to settle in and find their groove.
See what we have on the offensive line. I think we have Aiden Rue, Trayvon Kyles Blue, and plenty of other guys on the offensive line, especially without their main starters in.
And Jacob Ruby. A carry from Jacob Ruby. Jacob Ruby, the sophomore, brings it in for his first career touchdown on varsity. The sophomore's getting into the action tonight. It is now 54-0 Creighton Prep.
Man, oh man, now they're just all celebrating the fact that they're all of their pals, like you kind of are doing it too, that they're all finding the end zone. It's just great job by everybody on this team. It's just been, oh man, it's just, you got to have a good feeling is an understatement. You have to have an awesome feeling.
Obviously with that.
People are doing gritties on the sideline.
The first touchdown always seems like that was a fail.
Mine?
That was a fail of your gritty.
Well,
Charlie Mangan, that is good.
Good thing you didn't see it on camera. It was worse, either that or Mike Kosicki's after.
That was pretty bad. I feel like you did not have enough room to really do like a
well, I'm going to take a seat right now, but of course you're probably mad about Mike Kosicki's gritty because that's
We're not going to talk about that game because that didn't happen. It did not happen.
Okay.
As we will step aside as 55-0 with 5:43 left here in regulation. $55-0 here. Creighton Prep, 7 offensive and 1 defensive touchdown of output here of scoring from the Junior Jays. A very impressive night from them as Ford Hamilton out to kick it away once again. Now with the wind at his back, this one will sail into the end zone and out to the 20-yard line. Alex, looking ahead for both of these teams, obviously Prep with the bye week next week, and then they have Papio, and then they have Benson for senior night. But for Central, they got at home against Papio next week, and then they travel to Benson on the 14th, and then they finish off the year at home for senior night against Burke. So
You got plenty of other times to regroup and hopefully get a win over one of those teams. You pretty much have to at this point. Well, at least tack on at least one more win, maybe even 2.
And both of these teams, plenty of things to take away from the game. As looks like this is, we got so many papers on this desk.
Why are you complaining about papers?
We keep losing all of our stuff.
It's a windy night. I mean, it is
Nebraska weather. You can't complain about it.
You're out here complaining about papers on
Cord
Omaha
Whitcomb
Live.
on the carry, the freshman.
Out here complaining about papers going all over the place on a live broadcast.
We don't have a ton of paperweights.
I mean, I don't think they hear it that much, but it's just still, it's not the main priority that we'd have to deal with right now.
Clearly. 2nd and 6, 4.5 to go left here. As this looks like it might be Whitcomb once again. He's going to lose.
Jason Driscoll's at quarterback again.
It is number 5, Jason Driscoll, 6'3", 180 senior. In at quarterback, that's Sean Skridlak coming off the field. As, like we've said plenty of times, always love to see these sophomores getting in there and getting some experience. Obviously helps with the confidence level.
Yeah.
As they are the future of this team. You got to remember that. 3rd and 7 from their own 23. A handoff to Whitcomb once again. Swallowed up around the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1 or 2 yards. But another 4th down for the Eagles.
4th down again. Still seeing some familiar faces out there, but someone is slow to get up.
That's someone down. Can't quite tell who it is. As we'll step aside while they attend to him. 55-0 Junior Jays. Just under 3.5 to go here on the Creighton Prep Sports Network. We welcome you back. That was Ian Aslan walking off the field. Looks like he's holding that left elbow as one of the sophomores. You don't like to see that. As that brings up 4th and 4 for the Central offense as the clock begins to run once again. Under 3.5 here left in the fourth quarter. And if you're Central, you just kind of want to pack this one up and go home at this point.
I can agree.
It's been a tough night for them. But
I think the Birdcage started chanting "warm up the bus" by like the end of the first quarter.
Seems like probably after the at least the Joe Brown pick 6, definitely seemed like that would have been the time to do it. But Central just seems like they are
still having a discussion on the field.
Clock's still running.
I think one of the Central's coaches is still talking with one of the referees. And
so they'll stop the clock. It looks like Central just wanted to take off as much time as they could.
And I think they'll
just run the clock down as far as they can and call a timeout. Not much more to really.
Let's see what.
Let's take a look around Class A once again. It's been an interesting night here around high school football. It was 66-8 Papio South over Omaha South. Papillion La Vista 36-0 over Burke. That West Side game still hasn't been updated, which is.
We'll shoot
our West Side friends a text. 34-13 Millard West over Millard North. Bellevue West 30-14 over Gretna. It said at the end of the third quarter.
That's an interesting game.
That's a very interesting game. It's at Gretna.
According to West Side Wired on Twitter, West Side has the lead in the fourth quarter, 17-14 over North Platte.
After looks like a field goal was good, so West Side goes up late in the fourth quarter. As they're going to punt this one away. That's Driscoll once again. Costello will just stay away from it. And it'll bounce to about the 43 of Creighton Prep.
So there's going to probably be a change if Bellevue West holds on to the lead they have against Gretna. That's going to shift around the.
That's going to really make things interesting as Gretna's at 2 right now. And
keep in mind that West Side's also in a close game too.
West Side, obviously, that one's close. Back here, running clock once again. Tony Caniglio on the offense, back out there.
Still been a great game for the offense and defense, especially when they have their non-starters.
Yoa Peralta in at running back, getting some touches. As we hit 2 minutes left here in the second half.
Yep.
As it seems like Prep's just going to try to run this one down as far as they can. Once again, what a night from both sides of the football from Creighton Prep.
It's been a just lights out. They're hoping to continue how they play this all throughout the rest of the year and into the playoffs.
As it looks like
that's Donis.
Donis Bonner with the carry. Close to a first down as we hit just under 90 seconds left.
So it's been quite a night for the Junior J offense and defense. Just
seems like almost everyone has gotten some action tonight. Here's Jacob Ruby once again.
First down.
Finding another hole.
Looks like Trayvon Kyle's Blue lost his helmet in the process. And he'll be coming out for a play. And that could probably, with two timeouts, you could probably either one just do a run or you take a knee. It looks like they're just going to run a few more plays until the clock hits zeros.
And off, this looks like it's Adonis Bonner once again, trying to move his way.
No,
excuse me, that's not Adonis. That's Giovanni Boyd, excuse me. As that might do it. Clock under 40 seconds. And it looks like
at the very least one more play, or at the very most one more play.
Looks like it will be the end of this one. So they're just gonna
dominant.
That's about all you can really describe this one. Creighton Prep gonna let the last 15 seconds run off as they will head into the bye week with their first winning record of the year. Creighton Prep improves to 4-3, and Central drops to 1-5 on the year. Creighton Prep with the dominant 55-0 win here on homecoming night. Alex, any final thoughts?
Well, it's just, got to keep this up if you're Prep, obviously, and it's just been awesome all throughout the game. Pretty, as I said, dominant, and they're looking forward to this play all throughout the rest of their 2 games, and a great way to head into the bye week and a homecoming week. We wish you all a happy homecoming weekend, as it's just been an awesome week.
It always seems to be pretty exciting, as that'll do it for us. Your final score, Creighton Prep 55, Omaha Central 0. From Alex Taizon, Mike Knockenhauer, our director, Colton Alder, tech producer, Mr. Matt Raskershek, our camera operators, Andrew Yoakum and Cameron Newton. We wish you a good night.